Introduction to what is AR, what is VR. Okay, and where the AR and VR will be applicable. Applications of AR, VR, and what is the definition of AR, VR. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about what we mean by trajectory and hybrid space. Okay, trajectory அப்படிங்கிறது என்னன்னா, for example, I am going to bounce a ball. Okay, what will happen? I am just going to throw a ball in the water. What if the ball will get bounced? Appo you are going to track the movement of it. For example, I am going to throw here. First in a ball it will go and you மேல U shape ல ஒரு ball shape போயிட்டு ground hit ஆகும். Hit ஆயிட்டு அப்படியே இருந்துமா bounce ஆகும். Again மேல கொஞ்சம் லைட்டா ஜம்ப் ஆகி ஒரு bounce ஆகும். அதுக்கப்புறம் லைட் ஆகி bounce ஆகும். Then speed decrease ஆகும்போது slowly it will move and get stopped. Okay வா? அப்போ வந்து அந்த மூவ்மெண்ட் இருக்கு தெரியுமா? First it will go curve, fell down and again single movement jumping again. And the motion movement அப்படிங்கிறது we call it as trajectory. கான்செப்ட் புரியுதா? நான் டயகிராம் போடுறேன். Okay. So and what is mean by hybrid space? அந்த ரெண்டு trajectory and hybrid space என்னன்னு பார்ப்போம். Then there are three eyes of virtual reality. Okay வா? So what are those three eyes? Virtual reality three eyes இருக்கு. Immersion, okay வா? And how you are going to identify the humanity and where three eyes இருக்கு. நம்ம மூணு என்னன்னு பார்ப்போம். And what is the difference between virtual reality and 3D modeling? Now what we are going to draw in our paper or diagram draw பண்றீங்க. Okay வா? You are civil students or you are mechanical students அப்படிங்கறப்ப you started drawing a machine. Okay வா? Or you people civil students வந்து drawing a architecture of a home, house or office, whatever it may be, started drawing in a paper. That we call as 2D model. Okay va? The 2D model will be converted into 3-dimensional model. That is, you are going to rotate the image into 360 degrees like a normal image. That is 3D model. And the 3D model ko virtual reality ko ulla differences varum. Okay va? So that is what virtual reality with 3D computer graphics. And what is the benefits of virtual reality? So till this we are going to learn today. Okay va? This is the topic which we are going to discuss today. Okay. So what is it trajectory? Okay. Trajectory, for example, I show a diagram first. See what is this? A globe. Okay. So I have shown an arbitrary path over the globe. Correct? So the Earth is there, a moon is there, and an arbitrary path has been drawn here. Right? It means that Earth is the moon is going to rotate. Sun will rotate like this. The sunrise or sunset out. It means that Earth is rotated. There is an arbitrary path. Right? It means that it is the movement of the path movement where the moon is going to rotate on the Earth's surface. Okay, wow. This we call it as trajectories. Path. And the path is we call it as trajectories. Okay, wow. So you can definition for it. Trajectories and hybrid space are concepts that intersect various fields, including physics, maths and computer science, sometimes even philosophy also. Okay ma? So here physics where you are going to apply physics, where you are going to apply mathematics and where you are going to apply some computer science concepts. அப்படிங்கிறது தான் நம்ம definitionல பார்ப்போம். Let me see the definition of trajectories. So trajectories is refer to the path which is followed by a moving object or a particle through space and time. Space, time, calculation la enga படிப்ப? Velocity, speed, space, time and எதை படிச்ச? Physics. So we are including some physics here. And you are going to do some calculation there. To identify the movement, speed, calculation la maths la படிச்சிருக்கீங்க. Okay va? Now you are going to do some computer graphics here. அதனால computer science involved ஆகும். Okay va? So it is a field which includes physics, maths and computer science. Okay. So trajectory refers to the path followed by any moving object. Okay, particularly to the space and time. Okay, so it can be described mathematically as a function of time that maps out the position of an object at each moment. Okay, so we are including these three concepts include for the trajectory solution. So what are the different characteristics of the path? Okay, characteristics of the first one we call it as determinism. So what do we mean by determinism? Let's take an example. I am going to throw a ball. So what is my initial state? 0. And where is my ball? The ball is available in my hand. So the initial state is 0 and the ball is available at my hand. அந்த டைம்ல அந்த ரூல்ஸ் அந்த அப்பளம் அவங்களோட என்ன இருக்கோ அதுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி அடாப்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஓகே, ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஒரு ஸ்மால் பேஸ் ஒரு I'm going to keep a box. ஓகேவா, அந்த பாக்ஸ்ல நான் பால் போடுறேன். வாட் ஹேப்பன், அந்த பாக்ஸ் வந்து வெளியே வர முடியாது. ஓகேவா, ஸோ அது என்னன்னா a small box, அது அந்த ஸ்பேஸுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி அடாப்ட் பண்ணி என்ன ஆகும், அதோட ஸ்பீடை லிமிட் பண்ணி அந்த பால் அப்படியே இருக்கும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் I'm going to throw a ball in this room. இந்த லொகேஷன் இருக்காது, கண்டிப்பா அது ரோல் ஆகி somewhere else தான் போயிருக்கும். So the ball is adapting to that situation. அந்த rules and regulation அதோட balls அந்த மாதிரி அந்த ஸ்பேஸ் அந்த மாதிரி it is getting adapted. ஓகேவா, அதுதான் we call as dynamic. ஓகேவா, the third is phase space. Phase space அப்படினா என்ன? Phase space is nothing but it is a mathematical space where you are going to represent each point that possible state of the system. ஓகேவா, இந்த ஸ்பேஸ் ஸ்டேட் யாரா அது பண்ணிட்டு ஒரு நம்மளோட டயகிராம் பண்றேன். So what do you mean with this diagram? What do you understand from this diagram? A person is there where they are going to wear some VR glasses. Okay, VR glasses wear பண்ணிருக்காங்க and he is going to see his hand, but his hand is visible on the VR devices kulla. Okay va, so this is his hand. 1 2 3 4 5 fingers are available. Okay va, fingers la I have shown some balls. So what do you mean by that? Balls means it is the area where I can have a movement or rotating options. If it இடத்துல இருக்குனா I can rotate here or I can rotate here and way, and I can rotate. இந்த இடத்துல நான் rotate பண்ண முடியாது. Wherever the points are available I can have a motion, movement. Where points எங்கெல்லாம் இருக்கோ அந்த இடத்துல movement is possible. If there is இந்த இடத்துல points எது இல்லனா என்ன அர்த்தம்? Here no movements cannot be possible because it is a board. Movement cannot be possible. But this is a joint where through joints a movement is possible. Okay va, so I am going to locate at space time. எந்த இடத்துல எந்த மூவ்மென்ட் கொடுக்கணும், எங்க மோஷன்ஸ் கொடுக்கணும். For if I am going to design a robot, so I am going to give the movement to the robot where I can ask the robot to lift my hand, or I can, that is I am going to give movement to my fingers, I am going to give movements to my legs, or I am going to give movements to my head, rotation, up movement, down movement, left movement, right movement, and rotation, head to head. Okay va, நம்மளால rotate பண்ண முடியாது, but for robot I can give rotation 360 degree rotate and a movement கொடுக்கலாம். So that is what we call it as phase space. Each point you can represent the state of the system. என்னென்ன பாயிண்ட் என்ன rotation என்ன motion கொடுக்கலாம் அப்படிங்கறத நீ ஸ்பேஸ் பண்ண locate பண்ணணும். கான்செப்ட் புரியுதா? So this is the main characteristics in order to provide a trajectory. நீ ஒரு ஆப்ஜெக்ட்டுக்கு if I am going to give a movement அப்படினா you have to look these three characteristics in mind. மூவ்மென்ட் கொடுக்கறேன்னா என்னென்ன மூவ்மெண்ட்ஸ் இந்த ஆப்ஜெக்ட் நீ கொடுக்கலாம், whether it is dynamic, it will adapt to any systems or not, and the rules and regulations will adapt ஆயிக்கணும், and it should be a deterministic. So whenever you are going to provide any trajectory movements to any objects, moving objects அப்படினா you have to keep these characteristics in mind. புரியுதா என்னன்னு? ஒரு ஆப்ஜெக்ட் நம்ம என்ன கொடுக்கறோம் அதோட characteristic activities என்னன்னு இருக்கு. Okay, so where it is applicable, as I said that it is applicable in physics, mathematics and computer science and engineering, because it includes these three fields only. Apart from that sometimes philosophy சொல்லிருக்கு, but major இங்க தான் யூஸ் ஆகும். Physics ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா you are going to calculate the celestial mechanism, quantum mechanism, that is you are going to analyze the movement of the picture. Motion is nothing but movement. Okay va, movement of any particles or objects அத அனலைஸ் பண்றது. Maths ல you are going to calculate the motion, எவ்வளவு ஃபாஸ்டா மூவ்மென்ட் eye sensor, a camera sensor fix பண்ணல அதை ப்ரொஜெக்ட் பண்றதுக்கு. ஓகேவா? So it is going to capture the image and it is going to do it. ஓகேவா? or you are going to use any touching sensor. கார்ல என்ன பண்ணுவீங்கன்னா நீ போய் எங்க ஹிட் ஆயிடுச்சு வெச்சுக்கோ, அப்ப வால் இருக்கு, அது ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா ரைட் கட் பண்ணா லெஃப்ட் கட் பண்ணனும். அந்த மாதிரி டச்சிங் சென்சார் any obstacles ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்றது. இப்போ ரூம் கிளீனிங், வேக்யூம் கிளீனர். ஓகேவா? அது என்ன பண்ணுனா நம்ம ஒரு ரோபோ அப்படியே வந்து மூவ் ஆயிட்டே இருக்கும், எங்கெங்கெல்லாம் டஸ்ட் இருக்கோ ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா என்ன பண்ணும், அந்த டஸ்ட்டை சக் பண்ணிட்டே வரும். அப்ப அது சக்கிங் மூவ்மெண்ட் நம்ம கொடுப்போம். So each and every robotic we are going to use giving some action or movement. அதோட கால்குலேஷன் பண்றது, அனலைஸ் பண்றது, எவ்வளவு எஃபெக்டிவா பண்றதுங்கறத அனலைஸ் பண்றது தான் இன்ஜினியரிங். ஓகேவா? கம்ப்யூட்டர் கிராபிக்ஸ். So you are going to provide the animation. Animation na how you are going to design, like image vechukona.
y axis z axis சொல்லி கொடுத்திருக்கோம். இந்த x axis y axis z axis பாத்தீங்கன்னா
concept purida, and how we are going to provide the motion, and what are all the equipments will be available on the software. Okay, when you are going to do a lab homework, you can install it and you can check it out. What are all the things available on the concept? Got it? So this is what we are introduction to trajectories and where it is applicable, what are the different characteristics of available, and where the applications of trajectories will be available. Okay, got it? Let me see the next one. So next we call it as hybrid space. So what do you mean by hybrid space? We have seen what it will be trajectories. Okay, ma'am. The hybrid space is nothing but interaction of physical space, virtual space, and conceptual space. Reader, let me read. Hold on. Okay, ma'am. It is nothing but both physical environment and mediated space. That is combining the real world with the virtual world. That's it. Concept reader is here. Okay, ma'am. Means, for example, if that diagram in either part of the conception, if this diagram is okay, I am in a real world, okay, but I am going inside the virtual world, okay, where I am not going to control any object in the virtual world. Through remotely, you are not going to control. Instead of that, you itself getting inside the virtual world and doing some control. Because my hand is inside the virtual world, and with the help of my hand I am going to do some control operation. Okay, so combining these two spaces, and that is real world and the virtual world, correctly combine பண்ணிக்கிறேன். Combine பண்ணி, you are not going to control with the help of any instrument. Instead of that, you are itself getting inside as a character. And the virtual world you are a character, and you are doing some controlling operation inside the virtual world. Okay, so that we call as hybrid. Hybrid is nothing but it is a combination of both real world and virtual world. So that is what we call as hybrid space definition. Okay, let me see what are the different characteristics available on that hybrid space. Okay, so in the physical. So what do you mean by physical here? Physical is nothing but I am the physical object which is available on the real world. A human is a physical object and we are available in the real world. But what happens is I have to go and interact with the virtual world. Now interact with the virtual world. Okay. Then what is going to happen? So digital interaction. Physical is nothing but the physical. Sorry, both highlight interaction of physical and digital interaction. Then the other characteristics. Hybrid space involves the interaction of physical and digital elements. Okay, a human is going to control the digital elements inside the virtual world. Example, operation theatre. Okay, a medical doctor, a medicine person is going to practice any medicine in an operation theatre. Okay, a person in now, I am a doctor, I want to practice some surgery. Okay, with the help of some instrument, virtual world. I am going to wear the glass, virtual glass wear பண்ணிட்டு I started virtual class. I assume that there is a patient lying in a bed and I am going to do some surgery for that patient. Patient surgery I am doing with the help of my hand. Gloves போட்டு நான் hand தான் பண்ண போறேன். Okay, அப்போ I am a physical object where I am going to interact with the digital world and doing some operations. Okay, or a person we are going to give a military training. Military training அப்படினா anyone guess? Yes, of military training. So what happens is I am going to give a VR glass where there will be lots of enemies hiding, and I am going to give a gun in his hand. He assumed that the enemy is in front of you and he started firing the enemies in the virtual world. Okay, so this is one sort of training. We are not going to affect any humans or But enna idha indiyaanga oru theriyum. Am I right? You have know what it is. But this is for idha exact name for the VR world la idha the name அப்படிங்கிறது oru theriyum. புரியுதா கான்செப்ட் புரியுதா? So this is what we call as hybrid space. Interaction of a physical and digital environment. புரிஞ்சுச்சா? ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கீங்களா? வெச்சுக்கோங்க. What do you mean by interactivity? Same interactivity. That is not only you are going to inside the virtual world. Virtual world போயிட்டு அங்க இருக்க ஆப்ஜெக்ட் கூட you are going to have some interaction. Okay, a real person is getting inside the virtual world. Virtual world குள்ள போய் என்ன பண்ணுவ? You are going to have the interaction on the virtual world. அங்க இருக்க ஆப்ஜெக்ட் நீ தொடலாம். You can pick the object, you can place the object. Whatever you can do it. Okay, va? Have an example. Started having an interaction with the heart. They are doing some heart surgery. Another original heart. We cannot see that heart and you can see what this is my heart. But what they are having some practice. They have started learning, starting surgery. They can take this heart, they can open the heart, they can touch the nerve, they can have a feel like an original one. We are going to give some interactivity. Okay, well, you are going to have a feel that you are inside that world and you are going to touch the object. You have the feel to pick the object or drop the object. What are you doing? சும்மா போறது மட்டும் இல்ல. அங்க இருக்கிற ஆப்ஜெக்ட்டை வச்சு இன்டராக்ட் பண்ணுங்க. எடுத்துக்கலாம். ஆப்ஜெக்ட் கூட தொடலாம், டச் பண்ணலாம், கிளிக் பண்ணலாம். What are you going to do? Okay, well, you are inside and your character will convert ஆகுது. Okay, well, so that we call as interactivity. Got it? Third one. Ubiquitous computing. What do you mean by that? You are going to place some sensor, capturing sensors, actuators, network device. Okay, well, in order to collect the data. Okay, you are going to place some camera to create some pictures, or you are going to use some that is lighting sensors, touching sensors. ஏதாவது ஒரு sensors use பண்றோம். Or you are going to use some network devices to collect the data, passing the information from one network to another. Okay, wow. Then hybrid space are becoming increasingly common and it is having interaction between the physical and digital world. Okay, wow. So it means that you are going to have a ubiquitous computing with collaboration with sensor and human. Or you are going to have a interaction, a network device interaction with sensor, real world with the virtual world. Okay, these are the main three characteristics of hybrid space. Okay, and where it is applicable? You are going to use that in augmented reality and virtual reality because augmented and virtual reality combined pannadana we call it as a hybrid space. Otherwise we call it as mixed reality. If there is combination of augmented and virtual reality, idana we call it as mixed reality. Okay va? Mixed reality where virtual reality na where virtual reality is we call it as going to have a combination real effect la paakadum. Okay, then smart environments. Smart environments na we are going to make that environment very smart, that is technological use panni we are going to make it as a smarter environment. Art and design we are going to use it. Okay, we are going to design, that is designing art la we are going to build a house and the house building we are going to design an interior architecture or you are going to give some outer architectural view. Okay, wow. So there we are going to have some art and design. So these are the applications of hybrid space. Okay, but trajectory and hybrid space. Okay. So what you have learned by this means trajectory refers the path followed by an object, whereas hybrid space refers to interaction of the physical world with the real world. This is the main difference. Okay. bouncing movement, visual physical effect. Okay va? So when I am going to throw a ball, hit பண்றேன், அந்த ball போய் இங்க இதாகுது. I am going to play a game. இப்போ எங்க போய் இதாகுது, I am going to find the motion of the ball. Okay va? So you are going to have a camera where the camera will be having a x-axis, y-axis and z-axis where you can rotate the camera left and right, top movement or whatever it may be. You can use the basic setup for the camera. So actually this is what we call as a coding to write the trajectory movements. Sheet of the coding and do. Okay, now we are going to write how we are going to, there is a rigid body, how we are going to give the position, velocity, என்ன counts கொடுக்குறேன், என்ன transformation body கொடுக்க போறேன் அப்படிங்கிறது இது coding part. Let it be நம்ம codingல நம்ம கொடுக்கல. So unity ல இங்க தான் இருக்கும். Where the unity ல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா where the trajectory motion will be available அப்படிங்கிறது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா you will be having a sphere where it consists of trails and trajectories கொடுப்பாங்க. Trajectories கொடுத்துட்டு நீ motion sphere ங்கிறது ball. அந்த பாலுக்கு நீ என்ன டைப் ஆஃப் மோஷன் கொடுக்க போற, எப்படி மூவ்மென்ட் கொடுக்க போறீங்கிறது நீ இத ஆப்ஷனை கிளிக் பண்ணிட்டு you can provide the movement and motions. ஓகேவா? சோ அங்க போனா எவ்வளவு பொசிஷன், எவ்வளவு ரொட்டேட் பண்ணலாம், எவ்வளவு ஆப்ஜெக்ட்டோட சைஸ் இன்கிரீஸ் பண்ணிக்கிறேன், டிக்ரீஸ் பண்ணியா, ஸ்கேல் அப்படிங்கிறது என்னன்னா you are going to increase the size or decreasing the size. Size increase and decrease தான் ஸ்கேலிங் னு சொல்லுவோம். ஓகேவா? ரொட்டேஷன் அப்படிங்கிறது எப்படி நீ ரொட்டேட் பண்ணி எப்படி வெச்சுக்கற அப்படிங்கிறது. பொசிஷன் அப்படிங்கிறது எந்த லொகேஷன்ல, x axis, y axis and z axis ஒரு கிராஃப்ல நீ ரெப்ரசன்ட் பண்ணல, where you are going to place that position அப்படிங்கறத நம்ம ரெப்ரசன்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஓகேவா? ரிஜிட் பாடி அப்படிங்கிறது என்னன்னா அந்த பாடி வந்து எங்கேயுமே மூவ் ஆகாம ஸ்டிஃபா இருக்குது. இல்ல அந்த பாடிக்கு நம்ம மூவ்மென்ட் கொடுக்கறதால தான் ரிஜிட் பாடில இருந்து மூவ்மென்ட் எடுக்கணும். ரிஜிட் பிளஸ் எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா அந்த பால் வந்து மூவ்மென்ட் கொடுக்கணும். ஓகேவா? சோ இதெல்லாம் நார்மலா நம்ம கோடிங்ல எழுதுற கான்செப்ட்ஸ். ஓகேவா? ஒரு ஆப்ஜெக்ட்டுக்கு எப்படி நம்ம மூவ்மென்ட் கொடுக்கறது, பட் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் மூவ்மென்ட் கொடுக்கறது நம்ம நார்மலா யூனிட்டில எழுத மாட்டோம். ஓகே, let me see the next concept. So what are the three eyes of virtual reality? Eye அப்படிங்கிறது என்னன்னா emotion, imagination and interaction. These are the three eyes of virtual reality. Okay va? So what do you mean by emotion, what do you mean by imagination, what do you mean by interaction? Okay, இது ஒரு சின்ன 6 to 7 marks question வரும் பார்த்தது. Okay, so immersion is nothing but to get immersed in the virtual environment. It means the human real world இருந்து I am going to get immersed or emerging inside. I am going to getting inside into the real world environment. Imagination means allow the transfer from capabilities into real environment. என்னோட மைண்ட்ல இருக்கிற whatever the movements or what I want to do any surgery or I want to do some shooting of the military இல்ல ஏதாவது பண்றேன்னா ஷூட்டிங் கொடுக்கறேன் அப்படினா I want to do whatever I think in the real world that has to be executed in the virtual world. Okay va? So that we call as imagination. My imagination has to be implemented in virtual world. Okay, நான் என்னெல்லாம் செய்யணும்னு நினைக்கிறேனோ அதை எங்க பண்ணலாம், virtual world பண்ணலாம், because I am not able to do that in real world. Okay va? So that can be possible in my virtual world. So that imagination can be transferred into virtual world. So interaction is nothing but communication of the user with the device. So I cannot do it. Appo enna agum, I have to, if I want to my hand to be interacted with the virtual world na I should have a communicating device. Okay, my user has to use a VR devices to get communication with the virtual world. So these are the three eyes. Okay va? Inna detail la paru. Three eyes அப்படிங்கிறது என்னன்னா emotion is nothing but it is a computer graphic simulation. Okay, you are going to create a realistic looking world.